You're logged on to THG News today right here on THG Network. My name is Mervin Henley. Good morning. The news, of course, is powered by Carl & Son's Unique Bakery on the island of St. Martin, with 3 locations on that island: in Colbay, on the Pontville, and at the St. Martin Medical Center. Today is Tuesday, 19th November. Let me say good morning to the folks there on St. Martin. They're always logged on to THG News today right here on THG Network. And I know that you guys would have had some rain out of this world over the weekend. Many areas were flooded, but we see that the cleanup is rapidly taking place, so that's a good thing. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right to the news this morning, and we begin this morning with news out of St. Kitts and Nevis. This is according to Win FM. Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew validated the sentiments of the host of Inside the News that an 8% increase for civil servants and pensioners in January 2024 equates to a double salary once the 8% over the 12 months is calculated. Dr. Drew, during an appearance on Win FM's Inside the News on Saturday, November 16th, explained the benefits of the 8% salary increase, sharing that it allows individuals more standing power in terms of their economic position to approach institutions and to have more possibilities of building wealth and investments. So let me say that you have done the correct math, and we did the math and insisted that the maths be done. Let me say why an increase makes sense. If we're going to shift our people into the best situation, having that type of increase over time, increasing their salaries, brings a lot more stability, and it brings a lot more surety, so to speak, in the sense that when you calculate it, this gives them a double all the time. Not just if 1 year it's doing well and the next year you're not doing well. This amounts to a double over time, Drew expressed. He added, the other matter is because you now have a salary increase, it means that you have been empowered. So your loan possibilities go up because you have the money as part of your normal remuneration. You can approach institutions and say, look, this is my salary amount. Having a larger salary gives you more possibilities. Not only that, but when you get that, you have more possibilities for investments as well. And at the end of the day, when your pension or your social security is calculated, it is calculated at a higher rate. If you get a double salary, that does not go to your overall pension at the end of your life work. But when you increase the salary, you get an increase in social security pension as well, which gives you more security at that time in your life. Not only that, if you were to get sick, your amount would be higher because you have a higher salary, because the amount social security gives depends on your salary. So when you say that people say we come last, I want to point out that we actually have first in terms of delivering to our people. The only country in the Western Hemisphere that has given dividends to its people is St. Kitts and Nevis. It's the only country. We did it on 2 occasions. We are first. As the year-end festive season approaches, calls for double salaries have been made like in previous years. This year, the calls are coming with greater intensity, partly due to the absence of the lump sum in December 2023. Alongside the salary increase, Prime Minister Drew and the Minister of Finance further pointed out other initiatives implemented under his administration that were initiated to help ease the financial burdens of residents and citizens. We have now in CARICOM, I think, is the highest minimum wage, and we are bound to increase it again in 2025. We have the highest minimum wage. We did that. The other thing we did was we gave extra pay, which means we gave extra pay when we gave the increase. Then, in addition to that, they got one in 2022, what you call the double salary. And no other country has done that. In addition to that, they got an independence reset, where they got $1,000, and then we rearranged SCELEC, Water Department, and the National Housing Corporation, so that we took away some of the debt burden. No other country in the Western Hemisphere, where they go from Canada down to Argentina, has been able to do this. We have been the most, I would say, progressive in terms of giving direct help to the people, Drew. And we now move to news out of the British Virgin Islands. Premier and Minister of Finance Dr. Natalia Wheatley has announced that educators in the British Virgin Islands now rank among the highest paid in the region, following a recent compensation review. During his 2025 budget address, Dr. Wheatley highlighted that the starting salary for qualified teachers in the BVI now stands at $55,146 per year, a figure that surpasses the starting salary in the nearby United States Virgin Islands, which stands at approximately $50,974. The difference amounts to an annual advantage of $4,172 for BVI teachers, according to BVI News. This competitive salary supports our efforts to attract and retain talented educators, a critical factor in the success of our students and the system as a whole, Dr. Wheatley stated. The adjustment follows urgent appeals in early 2023 by Minister of Education Shari De Castro, who raised concerns about alarmingly high resignation rates among teachers. At the time, De Castro pointed out the disparity between salaries in the BVI and neighboring regions. Entry-level teachers in the BVI earned approximately $34,600 annually, while their counterparts in the United States Virgin Islands earned starting salaries of $50,000. It is understandable that low compensation for teachers discourages our own from entering the profession, De Castro said at the time, emphasizing the link between competitive pay and retaining high-quality educators. She added that low salaries had forced many teachers to take on second or third jobs, detracting from their ability to focus on teaching and shaping the territory's future workforce. De Castro argued that increased pay would reduce turnover, keep teachers in the classroom, and elevate the quality of education in the BVI. So from the starting salary for teachers, the entry back in 2023, this is now 2024, 2023, it was $34,600 annually. And now for the 2025 budget, the starting salary for teachers, let me go back up here, now stands at, now stands at in the budget, $55,146 per year. And that's in the British Virgin Islands. Now, is that a press statement from the government of Anguilla? The next two press statements I will read actually is from the government of Anguilla. Yesterday, the Honorable Premier Ellis Webster, he's in London at this time, along with Minister Kentish Rogers, met with the UK Speaker to discuss collaborative governance, shared priorities, and Anguilla's development as part of its relationship with the UK overseas territories. The exchange underscored a commitment to mutual progress, strengthening parliamentary democracy, and fostering meaningful dialogue. The Honourable Minister Kenneth Hodge led the Yukata Political Council meeting prior to Premier Webster's arrival, where the focus was on the JMC agenda, the Climate Finance Forum, the Paris Agreement, and other key areas of interest for the overseas territory. Later that evening, Premier Webster capped off that evening at the Overseas Territories Leaders Dinner with UK Overseas Territories Minister Stephen Doty. And finally, in our news this morning, again, a press statement from the government of Anguilla. 1,249 seniors on Anguilla no longer have to pay for medical services or medication at government health facilities. These 1,249 families no longer need to budget for recurring medical visits and on-island emergency care for their loved ones over the age of 70. This is Senior Shield. It marks the first significant step toward realizing national health insurance. As Premier and Minister of Health, Dr. Ellis Webster shared this week, the government of Anguilla is finalizing the expansion of this revolutionary medical assistance program to include individuals on dialysis, persons with disabilities, and children under the age of 5. This can be achieved through prudent fiscal management and the appropriation of resources. Okay, so that's the news for this morning. And on a programming note before you leave here this morning, just one thing quickly. We did say that we will end our programming for the news at the end of the year, meaning November 30th, because so much is happening during the Christmas. We'll have breaking news and stuff like that, as I indicated to you, if we need to. Other than that, we'll be sending our news via our WhatsApp broadcast, THG WhatsApp broadcast. And there's a number for that, which I'll give to you shortly. However, I told you November 30th, but it's actually November 27th. And that's next week, Wednesday. And the reason for that is, well, it's holiday time next week here in the United States of America. Thanksgiving, the Thanksgiving holidays. So we'll end it the day before Thanksgiving, which is Wednesday, November 27th. But we will always update you through our WhatsApp broadcast. And that number, if you'd like to be added to that broadcast, 1-869-667-7443. That's 1-869-667-7443. My name is Mervin Hanley. Do join me again tomorrow morning, God's willing, for a similar presentation. Have a good day, everyone. Sons have been serving the people of St. Martin for over 40 years, and the food and service get better and better. From early morning, customers flock to the bakery for their favorite sandwiches, cakes, pastries, you name it. First thing at mornings and last thing at afternoons, folks rush to Sons for simply the best. There are 2 locations, Colbay and on the Punfill. In Colbay, the opening hours are Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Saturdays, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. And on Sundays, 6:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Opening hours on the Punfill, Monday to Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. We also cater for weddings, parties, special events, whatever the occasion. It's Sons. Our staff, we are always happy to serve you. Call us today, the Colbay location, 721-544-2462. That's 721-544-2462. Or in Phillipsburg, 721-543-1059. That's 721-543-1059. It's Sons Bakery. We are here to serve you. Nevis, satisfy your sweet tooth at Feaser's, the cozy spot in Charlestown, known for its mouth-watering ice cream and dal puree. We are open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Come in and sample our patties, sandwiches, air-fried wings with fries, hot dogs, rotis, and now our famous smoothies, in all flavors of course. And don't forget to try the famous bus-up shut and saltfish. It's Feaser's, located at the entrance to the Cotton Ginnery Mall in Charlestown, Nevis. They're also available by phone, so place your order by calling 1-869-665-2458. Don't ask about the rest, just try the best.